Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever the case may be. My name is Iggy Pullum, United States Army, United States Marine Corps, retired. And I'm going to take just a few brief moments out of your schedule to give you my trek of aviation. My love for aviation came when it was introduced to me by my father, who was United States Air Force. And he later on, when we transferred or we moved out uh, to Birmingham, Alabama, he was in the Alabama Air National Guard, and we live just a mile away from where I currently am, from the Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport. He was in the 117th Tactical Fighter Wing, in which the premier attack fighter jet at that time was the Air Force Phantom. And we heard helicopters, we heard jets, we heard the C-130, Fat Albert flying, Hercules flying over the home all the time. And as a child, it always interested me, where were these aircraft going? It marveled me how they could travel so fast, where were they going, and when were they coming back. It was just one block over where I first saw the Goodyear blimp at that time. And when you saw the Goodyear blimp, that's when you knew it was going to be time for the football season. But I was initially introduced to Army aviation when I was in JROTC at Huffman High School. It was presented to us by the ASA at that time, Master Sergeant Riesel, who made arrangements for the cadets there at Huffman High School Viking Battalion, in which I would later become the battalion commander. We flew around the city of Birmingham, and the Huey that you see here behind me, that was the premier helicopter gunship, or the premier rotorcraft for the United States Army during the Vietnam War. That was the war of our father's generation. And it was there on that Huey, and I said, hey, I think I can do this. But the thing was, you didn't see a lot of people that looked like me who were flying it, and that proposed some challenges. Growing up, I heard the stories of what life was like here in the Jim Crow South during the Civil Rights Movement, even before the Civil Rights Movement. But I didn't let that deter me, because I knew that, times were changing, and that I didn't see what race had to do with whether or not I could operate a machine. After all, you could operate a car. I am a product of the University of South Alabama in Mobile, the University of Alabama at Birmingham, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, and American Military University, in which I hold a host of master's degrees in the aviation and aerospace fields. I would later become commissioned as a United States Army officer in the United States Army, and when my time was up, I inter-service branch transferred to the United States Marine Corps. My affiliation with aviation, it goes from the United States Army's Huey that you see here behind me once again, to the Black Hawk, the AH-64 Apache attack gunship, and then later on to the AH-1W Cobra, which is the United States Marine Corps, the only branch of service that now flies the Cobra. It's still in existence. The longest running, along with the Huey, they're the longest running rotorcraft that was used since the Vietnam War. And I'm proud of a distinct military history and heritage. Not only am I affiliated with fixed and rotorcraft aircraft, and also with receiving a master's degree in aerospace science with a focus in space operations and management from ERAU. I also got a chance to work on satellites and rockets that are currently being used in outer space. The robotic arm, which was used on the space shuttle, which of course now is obsolete and was retired, I think, back in 2008, 2009, 2010, somewhere in there. But I want to just encourage each and every one of you that, there are options available to you that were not available long time ago. Now, I want to close out on this. Don't let anyone tell you that the sky's the limit, when I know for a fact that there are footsteps on the moon. Thank you for your time, and may God bless you all.